Namaste, everyone. Today, we're going to be looking at the story of Afghanistan. So, recently, there's been a lot of news regarding this Afghanistan. We keep hearing that US troops are almost withdrawn everybody from Afghanistan. Taliban has almost captured 85% of the area in Afghanistan. And right now, so many questions might pop up in our head. What are these questions? What exactly is US troops doing in Afghanistan, boss? And what exactly is the tussle between Taliban and USA? And what exactly is the tussle between Taliban and the democratically elected government? What significance does it have on Indian political scenario? All of these questions might be popping up on our head. So today, when we discuss this story of Afghanistan, all these questions are going to be answered and demystified and going to be crystal clear, right? So let's begin. So I want to take all of you some 6 to 7 centuries back. So this was the era of Cold War. So what exactly is this Cold War? Cold War is a ideological battle fought between two fronts, which is led by USA and USSR. So USA supports capitalism and USSR supports socialism. Their whole objective is the same, that is to bring maximum countries in their fold, and all these countries whichever is bought under USA or USSR will adopt to their ideology, right? So now we come to Afghanistan. Until 1979, Afghanistan was a, believe me or not, Afghanistan was a very peaceful place. It was led happily by the tribals, but USSR senses a power vacuum there. So, based on this theory of power vacuum, USSR right now puts or installs a puppet government where in Afghanistan. Will USA be happy about it? No, they are not happy because a communist government is leading there. So, anywhere and anytime, guys, remember, whenever there is a society or whenever there is a political order which has changed, it leads to a lot of disruption. It enters into a zone of cohesion and there emerges some kind of battle between them. So obviously now there is a battle which is going on, or there is a war which begins. There is so much of clashes which begins between this communist government which is elected or which is placed by USSR and these tribals. Now USA is also very angry, right? So this communist government and this tribals who become the militant organization. What is this militant organization's name? They are called as Mujahideen, right? So this battle ensues, this war ensues, these clashes ensues between this communist government and this militant organization Mujahideen for about 9 years continuously. And finally, USSR realizes and they're losing a lot of men while supporting this elected government, this communist government, and USSR withdraws their support from the communist government. Now Mujahideen government, this communist government is not there anymore. Now who is there? This Mujahideen, which is a militant organization, is there. Suddenly it grows very strong with USA support and it captures Kabul, right? So this, because of this USA support, Mujahideen is created. But later, so many times a Hollywood reference is usually given here. It is said that USA creates a Frankenstein's monster. What exactly do I mean that when USA created a Frankenstein monster? We see that this Mujahideen only becomes Taliban, and Taliban opposes USA, right? So USA is supporting right now. There is something to keep in mind. So right now, with the communist government gone, Mujahideen is becoming very strong. USA is also supporting. So Mujahideen now controls the whole political power now. So after a certain amount of time, inside Mujahideen only, after it captures power, after it captures Kabul, now there is a lot of disagreement and there's a lot of clashes between or inside Mujahideen only. So it splits into so many factions and a lot of infighting starts. For what? For to gain political power. Now, Mujahideen, whatever we know, it splits into 4 factions. All these names are not important, so let's just call them X or Y or Z. But what is very important over here is the winning faction. This winning faction is called as Taliban, right? I hope this is clear. Now, if we have now Taliban is controlling most of Afghanistan, right? So what exactly is a country which is ruled by Taliban look like, or how does being a citizen in Afghanistan when Taliban is ruling look like or feel like? First of all, there is Shariat law which is imposed. What exactly is Shariat law? It's complete Islam law. Most of the Islamic countries only don't follow this. Okay. Second one is that the rights of women and children are completely compromised. That is, they cannot go out without a man accompanying them. Women and children, they can't go to school. The TV is banned. Women are not allowed to watch. Total rule. Okay. So in this time, Taliban has captured almost whole of the thing, imposing Shariat law, and something happens which changes the whole world political order. This is nothing but a flight. It crashes into the Twin Towers. We call this as 9/11 attack. Okay, so who did this 9/11 attack? It was carried forward by Osama bin Laden of Al Qaeda. Okay, remember Osama bin Laden? He was not from Taliban. Okay, so you might be wondering, how does Taliban come into the situation here? Al Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, okay, Osama bin Laden, who belonged to Al Qaeda, who gives him refuge when the USA wanted to find him and kill him? Taliban gives refuge and he goes into hiding in Afghanistan. So USA is now further unhappy because USA is thinking, we did so much for Taliban, we did so much for Mujahideen. Now what has Taliban done? They are going and supporting Osama bin Laden, somebody who destroyed the Twin Towers and destroyed so many lives in USA. Okay. Now USA comes into Afghanistan. They start fighting a political and military battle with Taliban. Okay, and USA finally interferes and politically sets up a democratically elected government. And Taliban now, from ruling, it is ousted and it loses its political power. From all of this happens in 2001 only. Now, this whole struggle is that Taliban tries to recapture the power which it now had. Okay, so this struggle and so both sides take a hit, but USA continuously, it keeps on losing power, it keeps on losing men. More than around 2,600 people were taken as casualty. Continuously it keeps losing weapons, money. So finally there was a need to reach a solution. That is when this US Taliban peace deal comes about. Okay, so what is this US Taliban peace deal? Basically USA will agree to certain things and Taliban will agree to certain things, and both of them shake hands and both of them go away in peace. So this was the ideal condition, right? So what was USA's part of deal? It was to remove all the troops within 14 months. Okay, first Obama pitched this. Okay, that is Barack Hussein Obama pitched this, and then later Donald Trump, he tried to implement this even more further, and now even Joe Biden is also agreeing for the same thing. And they what do they basically want? They want to remove all the troops within 14 months. Second thing which they agree is for a prisoner swap. That is, there are certain USA military people with Taliban and there are certain Taliban people with USA. Both of them agree for a prisoner swap. Then whatever UNSC sanctions are there, USA promised to remove them. Okay, remember USA and UNSC are not the same, but USA told that it will vouch, that it will go and fight an ardent battle in USA to remove all the sanctions which might be imposed on Taliban. So Afghanistan or Taliban also agreed for all of this. What was Taliban's part of the deal? Peace had to be restored in Afghanistan and government. Okay, so this is further what will be called as intra-Afghan peace talks. Who will be the parties to this? One is the democratically elected government and the second one is the Taliban. And one more thing which they promised, and this is important because nowadays they're not adhering to this also. India also made a statement regarding this. That is, terrorism has to be prevented in Afghanistan soil. Okay, so this is very important. I want you guys to remember this. So what is India's stand regarding all of this? India only support a So we take a highly principled stand. What do we insist on? We insist on an Afghan owned, Afghan led, Afghan controlled delegation. Okay. I'll repeat again, this is very important. We can use this in our mains answers. We insist on an Afghan owned, Afghan led, Afghan controlled delegation. Right? So India and Afghanistan, we have a long history. So in the ancient India, we might have seen Ashoka's kingdom and everything. Many parts of Afghanistan belong to India itself. Okay. And there was this Bamiyan Buddha, which represents a lot of rich cultural heritage of India. But however, this Bamiyan Buddha, which was a splendid, sculpture, it was destroyed by the Taliban. Okay, because what do Taliban want? Taliban people only want Islam. They're not at all secular about anything. Next, one more thing is Indian aircraft. It was hijacked by Taliban. So that is one more issue we have with the Taliban. And one more thing is Afghanistan is landlocked. So how did India reciprocate to this? We reciprocated with so much of developmental assistance. Because it is landlocked, we started helping them with reconstruction projects. Till now, we've invested almost about $3.1 billion investments. We built so many things, like we built Salma Dam, which is a India-Afghanistan friendship dam. Then we built something called as Delang Zelaram Road, which then we helped in conducting their elections because we are the largest democracy. Then we helped in the construction of their parliament building. We built so many schools, hospitals like Habibi schools. So whatever it is, a peaceful neighborhood is very important to India, because having a militant organization like Taliban is not just a security threat. It also presents so many opportunities of terrorism into India, and it might also present so many opportunities of creating a lot of disruptions, let's say in Jammu and Kashmir area, right? So this is all the synopsis you can get of the whole story of how Taliban was formed and how what does USA stand right now? Why are they withdrawing? So all the future videos of current affairs will be uploaded in the same description. So to know the whole story of Afghanistan, you just have to click on the description link below and follow this channel. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.